Yeah, it's unfortunate that that's how it goes, but we are all finally here. We can finally begin our first qualifying match. Of course, as a reminder, this is a best of 5 between these two players.
Yes. I hope you're hyped. Get everybody in the chat going because it is going to be lit, fam. That's right. I'm young. I'm hip.
Oh boy.
Just like still, I use the jargon of today's youth. But speaking of today's youth, we have here spawning in Romanticide, where love is dead and there is only war. We have the Green Zerg, representing Legacy Esports and the nation of Australia. Give it up for the one, the only, Peppy.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, it is the Vietnamese Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Archangel Gaming. It is JusticeSimon.
Already interesting from Peppy here. That drone path.
Yeah, where's he going? What's the plan? Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, we know what it is.
Yeah.
I
think it was just missing the probe.
Yeah. He avoids the probe, and he's gonna get in here, and Worker should see. There it is. Proxy hatch.
Yeah, but he did loop around a little bit. Now it's up to whether JusticeSimon sees it or not in time. I don't think he does.
He does. It's within range of the gateway. So he's as soon as the gateway finished, JusticeSimon got vision of it. So we will see what his reaction is. Like, he's already starting out the first Zealot, and I don't know if this positioning was intentional for Peppy. We'll see if this even finishes.
It should actually, because you need 4 drones and 1 Zealot to effectively clear out a proxy hatch. On making hatch, so he's gonna send one more probe in there. Okay, well, he's gonna leave that probe down, but
yeah,
be careful.
I'm honestly very surprised that JusticeSimon, even though he saw it pretty early on and it's still building, like, he didn't pull extra probes to try and kill this.
Yeah, well, he has now got 2 Zealots and 2 probes. Now here come the Lings, but now that the Lings are here, he needs to be very, very careful. And this is like RoA, using your workers to try and do some damage, but the Stalkers are out now. Shield battery going down. And Peppy, this is not how you wanted to open this up.
Yeah, a lot of damage was already dealt there. JusticeSimon has complete control of this side of the map, and now with 2 Stalkers and 2 Zealots, like, this hatchery should be going down, but Peppy's gonna try and save it.
Yeah, but the awkward pathing of the drones there. Alright, Queen is out, so will help provide some defense.
Oh yeah, but already the majority of Lings did fall, and now the Stalkers are getting on top of the spines.
Yeah, 1 spine will fall. But does the other one get out? More Lings on the way, still no speed, no gas taken here by Peppy. And 1 spine is actually about to finish. Still no focus fire actually here from JusticeSimon.
Yeah, JusticeSimon, he was prioritizing the Queen instead of the spine, so he was able to kill the Queen, which stops all the creep spread, but the first and the second spine are going to finish up. We'll see if that was worth it as the hatchery is getting lower and lower.
Yeah, the fact that the shield batteries here is so annoying here for Peppy.
Yeah, and now one of the spine is so low it should be going down.
Well, the shield battery's out of energy. And should be might be enough Lings here. And once that Queen's out, but won't have enough energy to transfuse.
Yeah, surprisingly the Queen does finish again. The hatchery is so low, but JusticeSimon has been really tentative about finishing it off.
Oh, this may have been a mistake here from JusticeSimon. He tried to go for the queen.
Yeah. And now because of that, he may lose 2 Stalkers.
May lose 3, but that shield battery has got enough energy.
Yeah, and JusticeSimon, he's able to keep it alive for a little bit longer. Meanwhile, the Lings are flooding in, and somehow, someway, this hatchery has stayed alive throughout all of this.
Yeah. Because JusticeSimon tried to go for the queen, thinking it was the bigger threat, but it was the hatchery. That was the way bigger threat here. And now, Peppy, he's on the road to take this game on very, very quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Warp Gate did just finish up, so the gateways are just transforming into those Warp Gates, and more units are going to be coming in here from JusticeSimon. Meanwhile, Peppy is reinforcing this position. He's throwing down 3 more spines.
And now, JusticeSimon wants to get out onto the position to try and get rid of this hatchery, but there are so many Lings. The hatch still very, very low. Okay, there's the transfuse and an immortal out. Actually, this hatch should be going down, but we said that last time, live.
Finally, the hatchery goes down. But it did so well for Peppy. Like, he was able to utilize the larva and able to create some queens for such a long time.
Yeah, and there's still a creep tumor there, and Immortal might get caught, but nice force fields.
Yeah, the force fields were able to keep it alive. Meanwhile, 2 spines did finish. A 3rd is on the way, and he's just pushing forward, trying to get within range of the production. But now at this stage, like, JusticeSimon, he has a decent army. He has the Immortal as well. Good force fields, and he should be able to break out of this contain.
Yeah. Well, we say that. He may lose a couple of gateways for it.
Yeah, nice transfuse. Peppy's trying to keep the spine alive. It does go down, but not before taking out the gateway.
And the thing is, Peppy, since he has got that creep tumor there, he can try and go. But instead, he's just going to tap out. JusticeSimon is going to take game number 1.
Yeah. As soon as that hatchery went down, it would have been so difficult for Peppy to continue to, apply pressure and try and close out the game. JusticeSimon, even though, he had some questionable priorities in that game, like, it worked out for him.
Yeah, and it did. But hopefully, we should be able... Oh.
That can't be a 2-0 win for Leo, right?
I think he's trying to get a walkover.
Oh, what? Okay, we'll see. I mean, Azure isn't in game, so I'm not too sure if Leo straight up won or Azure had to leave.
Yeah, still, it's very, very, disheartening, at least for Azure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame if this is the end of his run today. We were just talking about him. Azure is one of those players who I rank pretty highly in the Oceanic scene, especially with his recent performances. He definitely deserves to be in ANZ champs. If he doesn't make it through today, I wish him the best tomorrow.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, JusticeSimon, of course, he is restarting because he is switching over his VPN.
Yes. Because we are going to be going back onto the Australian server for this one. And that was actually quite interesting for Peppy to open up with that proxy hatch strat. Maybe he felt like, see how JusticeSimon is doing on the cheese front. It seems to be doing very, very well.
Yeah. JusticeSimon, he held that pretty well. He had plenty of shield batteries. The only thing that was a little bit concerning was that he did only have 1 pylon powering everything. But it was never in danger, so he kind of got away with that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, we are going to be going on to Jagannatha. Jagannatha.
Yeah.
Jacinta, as Yaku would like to call it.
Jacinta.
Jacinta. It's
go.
got the ja. Well, anyway, we are on to name unpronounced for known reasons, as we have here spawning in the top right, the Green Zerg. Currently down 1-0. Can he put some pep into his step? He is representing Legacy Esports and the nation of Australia. Give it up for Peppy.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tigana for LE, we have the Vietnamese Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Archangel Gaming. It is JusticeSimon.
So no proxy shenanigans this time. The probe, of course, just being annoying. Getting Peppy to force to...
I like this. Again, I'm not very familiar with how Peppy is currently playing in this season, in this latest patch of StarCraft. So I'm curious to see how he does here in a more standard game.
Yeah. And he got here to the qualifying match, so he must have done something right.
Yeah, right? That's what I expect. So we'll see how he does here against JusticeSimon, against the Protoss. At the same time, I want to see how JusticeSimon does. You know, things like Glaive Adepts have really fallen out of fashion. Is JusticeSimon the kind of player to utilize the new Void Ray?
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you yes. I think we've seen it a couple of times in, you know, GPOs. Whatchamacallit?
Demi-C Weeklies, Out Eyes.
That's it, yeah, that's it. I was trying to... I'm like, why can't, you know... Maybe it's just favoritism. For Albens, but, you know... Yeah, he has been doing that for quite a bit. Hey, it's not like Bud always was going to go 3 Stargate Mass Void Ray.
Yeah, unfortunately. JusticeSimon isn't the kind of player to do that. But we do have a Stargate opening coming out from JusticeSimon. We'll see if it's something a little bit more standard with Oracles or something a little bit more fresh with Void Rays.
Well, yeah, I think generally the meta thing to do is to go for either an Oracle first and then Void Ray first and Oracle. So, yeah, usually you might see one Void Ray. Then it's dependent on the player whether we see multiple.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad that for the most part Phoenixes have fallen out of fashion, unless you're going to throw down a second Stargate and go Mass Phoenix. Like, we very rarely see it in this matchup. The Void Ray has very much so taken its place. As we see, we have one on the way.
Yes, we do. Time to me. So it's just that one Void Ray with a Warpgate as well being thrown down, and then followed up with an Oracle. So, again, playing pretty standard. However he throws down more tech after, that's going to be the key factor here. You know, whether he throws down Twilight, maybe a Robo, then we'll start to see like what kind of style JusticeSimon wants to go for this matchup.
Yeah. It's interesting that he did begin the Oracle like within vision of the Overlord. It wasn't like JusticeSimon wanted to hide it or anything like that, wanted to be cheeky. So Peppy, he should be aware. He should be getting ready for it, as we do see a bunch of spores being thrown down defensively. So Peppy should be fine. And yeah, JusticeSimon, he's gonna take map control, and I love this. He's throwing down the second Stargate.
Oh, yeah. So maybe he wants to go into that Mass Void Ray style, or maybe even into Mass Phoenix. No, it's second Void Ray. Okay, it's going to be the Mass Void Ray style.
I feel like it would be big brain to go Mass Phoenix off of a Void Ray like Oracle opening.
Hey, it can be done, you know. It's just usually get that first Void Ray to clear out any scouting overlords. And Peppy needs to go for a scout pretty soon because he needs to know what he's going up against.
Yeah, the problem is that like Lair is still in the way, so he doesn't have an overseer to send across the map, you know, with a changeling or anything like that. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to scout, but he does have a couple of links, but there is a wall, so he's not getting into the main.
Yeah. And of course the Oracle can be annoying, but it looks like a small link force coming out here for Peppy to try and just disrupt this third. And Peppy is going for this Bane Buff style. Did see actually Chappie go try and do this against JusticeSimon, I think on the same map, if I recall. Oh, the first lot of Banelings do get spotted out, but now in come these Zerglings, and look at this SimCity here from JusticeSimon. Nothing can penetrate it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Oracle is here, we have a shield battery, we have all these units.
Oracle can zap down a couple of Banelings. So yeah, it's not going to be enough to break through. But, oh, okay. Well, actually, the second reinforcing wave of Lings, though.
Oh yeah, that's actually really good. Like, +1 melee did just finish, so the Lings, they get a full surround. They managed to kill all the sentries. There's still plenty of units, though, and Void Rays, so the Lings shouldn't get too much damage done.
But the thing is, Peppy now knows what he's going up against. Nick can adjust accordingly, and all Lings go in. The wall is not a wall, light.
A wall is not a wall. The Lings get into the main base. There is an Adept Warp in at home, but with these Lings, they're still going to get damage done regardless. He confirms the double Stargate, and we will see what Peppy's answer is going to be here for the Mass Void Ray.
Yeah, at most 5 probes going down at that natural, as somebody forgot Game Heart.
As we do see the Hydroden is being thrown down for Peppy. That is going to be his answer. So he's not going to opt to go for like a kind of Spire style, which I do like. But oh my god, JusticeSimon, he's already getting ready for it.
Yeah, already getting the Templar Archives, getting the charge, the +1 attack. But oh my god, that is a lot of Void Rays going across the map. But that is a lot of Queens. You know what? I want you to go see Chappie versus JusticeSimon in Game 2, I want to say, because I think Chappie made over 14 queens for defense. And I was looking at JusticeSimon's production. I was not looking at Chappie's at all. Turn back to because JusticeSimon did the same build, turn back, and as you know, JusticeSimon was attacking, and there was 14 queens just surrounding this 4th base, and I was like, wow. So this is what it's like to make queens.
Yeah, and we saw that it wasn't enough. The 4th base went down regardless here for Chappie. He didn't have enough queens, didn't have enough anti-air. The Void Rays just didn't even care. Sorry, Peppy. And I mean, he is getting a decent Hydra army, which is good. The problem is that like Storm is already on the way.
Yeah, as well as a Robo facility follow-up. Plus there's another cancel, but is that what you really want with losing a Void Ray as well? But I feel like JusticeSimon, he's transitioning out of this. He's just using those for poke. Okay, and they are, oh my god, there are a lot of High Templar with probably a Storm each, I want to say.
I was like, I saw the big counterattack from Peppy, and I was like, oh, maybe like JusticeSimon doesn't have any High Templar ready for this, but no, he has plenty of High Templar, each with at least 1 Storm. The longer this game goes on, the more Storms are going to have available to them.
Oh, there's no speed with these Banelings! Oh, and they all die to Storms, but you know what? At least he's banging out the Storms and making his own units pay for them. And now he's only got 2 Storms left, and oh no, actually these Void Rays may be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, JusticeSimon doesn't want to fight with just his Void Rays. He needs his ground army to help out with those Hydras. And again, his ground army, he has the tech, but he just needs to work on that, the army itself, right? He has Charge Lots, he has Archons, he has Storm. He's even getting Colossus.
Yeah, he is transitioning out of it, but so is Peppy. He's getting that Lurker Den. He's getting the Bane Speed. He's getting Groove Spines. He's getting +1 range, so Peppy is just trying to match, you know, the out-teching here from JusticeSimon.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, JusticeSimon doesn't look to be too aggressive at the moment, so Peppy does have some time to get some lurkers. He's even working on a hive. Something that I hope he doesn't forget that Upley really did neglect is the 5th base. At the moment, they're equal, or they're going to be equal on bases, so Peppy, he has to make sure that he does end up expanding.
Yeah. And Peppy is going to be taking that 5th base down at that center, top center, right side. So he's starting to get that economy going and rolling. You know, I feel like there's no detection actually with this army, except save for Oracle Revelation. I feel like a few Baneling mines here would actually be very, very devastating.
Yeah, definitely. Like this ground army is like quite vulnerable to that sort of thing. Like whether it's the charge dots, whether it's the High Templar, some of the sentries. So there is an opportunity for it.
Yeah, and Peppy has got a changeling with this, so he does know where the army is. I do like this. He's using, as well as going to use Run Revelation. Does get it onto one of the lurkers. I think there's only one lurker with this army.
Yeah, Peppy doesn't have too many. He has 5 being morphed currently, but JusticeSimon is doing a good job at, you know, pivoting away, trying to find an opportunity, trying to find an angle where the lurkers aren't set up.
Alright, Force Field's being used to try and take out this second slash base at the 3rd. Beanley Storm's being used. Not sure how many storms are left because I can't see the army because there's a lot of
Zero
particle
because
effects.
yeah, Zero because the Banelings actually connected and all the High Templar went down, so no more storms are available.
Yeah, and now Spore is actually going to be doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, meanwhile, there is a bit of a run by, but there are lurkers in place. Again, I'm kind of worried because JusticeSimon, this feels like the army is kind of lacking at the moment.
Especially with that AoE damage from the storms, but he's getting disruptors. And he's sending another run by. But there's already Zerglings in position, a lurker as well, so Peppy is very well defended here. Yeah. Oh, he just... Sorry, moving those Archons into lurker range.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? There's not enough buffer here. He desperately needed more High Templar with this army for the storms, or even disruptors, which, as you said, he is taking towards, but doesn't have quite yet. Meanwhile, he is dealing some decent damage with these zealots.
Yeah, well, he's not teching towards those disruptors anymore, Lion, because I see a mothership and 3 Stargates being warped in. So we're going into that Golden Armada, baby.
Yeah, and he does have the bank to go for it, right? He has 1k gas, almost 2k minerals, so he has the money to switch into those carriers. This means Peppy lets him.
Aggressively moving towards... there's Vipers here, so... Well, I like this. Might want a bit more Hydras, I think, but another warp in towards that main of Zealots. Once again, not really getting too much. Oh! Yank! Yank! More Prism! Yeah.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, this is like the classic sort of composition that we've seen in this matchup. Hydra, Lurker, Viper. This is like typically what we see as unfortunately a little bit inefficient there. I had to use a lot of energy to get that War Prism in the end. And he is finally working on his upgrades, on his lurker upgrades. The problem is that this is a good like mid-game composition. JusticeSimon, he's already going for the Sky Toss.
Yeah. All right. And I think Peppy did see it as well. You know, with that Overseer that keeps on floating in and out. He would have seen carriers coming in.
Yeah.
Would have seen the Fleet Beacon as well, so he should have some idea what he's going up against.
Yes, that is why we do see the Spire on the way for Peppy, so I'm sure he's well aware of the Sky Toss. Now he just desperately needs time. He needs to slowly wean off of this Hydra Lurker and free up more supply for those Corruptors once the Spire is done, and it can be really difficult to do that.
Yeah. For now, Simon is staying back. He's trying to get that 5th base up and running. Getting walled off with a bunch of cannons and just trying to tech up. He is getting the +1 air attack now. But I feel like this is... Oh, I don't want to push out here because look at that. There's so many spores.
Yeah, there are so many spores. Lurkers as well. The Vipers were a little bit out of position, but they are joining the army and he should be able to yoink the mothership.
There we go. There's the yoink, but... almost gets it, but I feel like there's not too many Hydras here for those ducks to be very efficient.
Yeah, and Peppy, like he's not on top of this. Like he's out of position. He's forced to bring everything up, and now JusticeSimon finds a way in.
Yeah, he does. Lurkers borrowing in a duct onto a High Templar. So we'll have that. Needs. He's not even going for the duct again. Disruptor there, trying to throw out the purification overs. Oh my god, the feedback's on the Vipers! I don't think that's enough for a duct there. How much energy is a duct? Because I never use Vipers.
Oh god, there is one Viper there with energy, so there is an abduct available to him, and it looks like there were enough Hydras to push the army back, but not before losing a hatchery. Like again, Peppy is very much so on the back foot. He did free up a bunch of supply though, so we do see Corruptors on the way.
Yeah. Peppy is not that far from maxing out, but neither is JusticeSimon, so... Oh, he's getting the Dank Shrine as well, like, as well as the Tempest upgrade.
Oh god, JusticeSimon, he's rich, he's just getting all the upgrades right now, and that's the problem. Like, he's kind of starving Peppy out. Peppy, he's down to 4 bases. He gets the Warphism.
Oh, he's gonna get some High Templar as well. Ooh. Oh, very good catch out, but all the Vipers do go down, I think. It's just Corruptor Hydra Lurker.
Yeah, every single Viper went down for Peppy, and because all the Vipers went down, like Peppy, he can't really push out. Like it's scary to do so, to try and just like go face first into this Sky Toss. He did get the mothership.
Actually, I feel like you can push out if you have enough anti-air. You have Hydras, you have Corruptors, maybe get 1 or 2 Vipers, getting energy filled up, get some parasitic bombs in there, and you'll be Gucci, but...
I think the problem is that,
thing.
Yeah, like, so he lost all his Vipers, and he's actually not remaking them. The High Templar.
Oh! Okay, just managed to get one. I'm starting to actually get rid of these, Colossus as well. Oh, rip that overseer. Go over the sea of, cannons there. And how many? There's 10 carriers, like, you gotta think there's a magic number here. And that number's been reached. Oh my god, that storm was perfect onto the Corruptors. Now he has to kite back as much as he can. He is killing off a lot of interceptors here. Another mothership on the way here. Upgrade almost done for the Tempest. I feel like you don't want to fight here. Peppy's trying to focus down.
This is kind of scary because Peppy is running out of Hydras. They're all going to be going down, and it looks like the Corruptors are going down as well. There's just too much Protoss here.
Yeah, all the Corruptors blink forward by the Stalkers. Trying to pick off more Corruptors. 16 Lings, 5 Corruptors on the way here for Peppy. But I feel like we might see JusticeSimon starting to go onto that match point.
Yeah, like they were just, as you were pointing out, the carrier count was just too high for JusticeSimon. He even had some Void Rage to support, which is ideal against Corruptors. He had plenty of Storms available to him as well. And now Peppy, he just has Corruptors.
This is why we need Scourge back in PvZ, Blizzard.
Oh, God.
But, okay, he is managing to, you know, whittle down that carrier count, but it's not going to be enough. GG is called. And JusticeSimon moves on to match point.
Yeah, kind of in like it really did feel like JusticeSimon for the majority of that game was very much so in control. There were moments where Peppy, he was able to like catch out the High Templar, he was able to catch out like a bunch of the army as well. But JusticeSimon, he was a lot faster to switch his tech into that Sky Toss.
And it did pay off in dividends because, you know, unfortunately, Peppy didn't really, you know, be really that aggressive in the mid to late game. He just stuck on his Hydras, and JusticeSimon was being aggressive, and that allowed him to have the time to get up into his next phase of tech, which was those carriers.
Yeah, exactly. It can be really difficult to catch up if you're the Zerg player. Like, you're equal on bases, and it's just a little bit difficult when you've got Hydra, Lurker, Viper, and you need to switch into those Corruptors. And he got there in the end, but he got there and he didn't have any Vipers because they all went down earlier, right?
Yeah. All right, Simon says he's ready. Where are? And we're getting into game. It's got to be Death Aura for map number 3 here. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, we're going, you know, back to one of the older maps. I'm personally, I'm not too fond of Death Aura, but we are getting into it. I imagine this would have been JusticeSimon's pick. We talked about it before, but scouting can be a little bit more difficult here. But we'll see if we can get a longer series out of this.
Yes, we will see. But we have here spawning in the bottom right of Death Aura LE, the Green Zerg. Can he make a comeback? Can he go for the reverse sweep? Representing Legacy Esports and the nation of Australia. Give it up for Peppy.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura LE, we have the Vietnamese Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, currently representing Archangel Gaming. It is JusticeSimon.
Alrighty. Well, Simon once again going to delay that natural as Peppy has to go take it at the third location.
Yeah, JusticeSimon being a little bit annoying, but for the most part, this has kind of become standard, right? It's like, it's a bit annoying, but
yeah. Alrighty, well, pretty standard openings from both players here.
Yeah, and I was touching on it a little bit when we were introducing the map, but Death Aura, it can be a little bit more difficult as Zerg players. It's so weird how one little thing can change the map so much, and that being this pillar, the pillar where you typically have your Overlord, you know?
Yeah, the scouting pillar. I mean, can be good, you know. Maybe if they increased Overlord vision, you know. You know, just 10,000 units. Be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, alas, we have to forced to do what we have to.
Yeah, it's weird because I know that everyone for the longest time we've gotten used to having that pillar outside the natural so we can scout, and that's just become the normal thing. Is the game more balanced if it's harder for Zergs to scout? I guess that's kind of the big question that we have to ask, right?
Pretty sure, yeah, but I mean, it's really hard to say it from a Zerg's point of view. I mean, not really. I mean, just saying, as in like we have to get all these different views in and opinions.
Well, like that's the thing,
and
right?
It just turns into balance whining. Ooh.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the links are going to get in and scout, and I guess the question is, like, if every single map had a pillar like this, like, would anything even change? Like, I imagine, like, everyone's just going to adapt to it anyway, and Zerg players will get used to it regardless, so, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. well, that pillar, well, that Overlord is gonna get chased away. I mean, if there was a pillar, the natural would have survived.
It would have.
Just saying. And that does supply block Peppy quite a bit. Oh, JusticeSimon, he's going for that quick DT play, but there's already a spore in that fair base, and at the main there's no spore, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, earlier Peppy did get into the main base and he did scout the Twilight Council. Twilight Council, so he is aware of that at least. Typically when you see that, you should be getting spores regardless, because even if it's glaives, like DT follow-up is quite common. And as you were saying, he does have a spore at the third. Hopefully he can get some detection in the other bases, because he has no lair.
Yeah, it's not even attempting to go for that lair at the moment. It's just that one spine crawl, and he seems to just be making a creep highway up towards that potential third location.
Yeah, and things are getting kind of scary, because there is a spore on the way, but the War Prism is on the way as well. And if JusticeSimon focuses down the spore, that could be it, right? Like the game could end then and there.
All right, well, DT is going to be coming in. He'll realize, but the spell will finish up.
Yeah,
just in time.
Thankfully, the majority of the Lings did turn around and come back home, so they were there to help defend.
And Depth's out of position for this natural run by.
Yeah, this is actually really great from Peppy. Like, he forces the Adepts to come into the natural, and now he's able to maybe even deny the third.
Yeah, he will deny it. Simon should cancel it. Yep. Oh, very, very last second there. And now Peppy going for roaches. Doing the standard PvZ thing.
Yeah, he's been able to defend against the DTs quite well. He does have a lair on the way. He has roaches on the way. And because of all these things, he's really making it so difficult for JusticeSimon to expand.
Yeah, but the CTs, getting warped in at home are going to be that factor. Stop Peppy from going in with those Lings. He needs to get some Overseers. Just out of time there.
Yeah. Thankfully, JusticeSimon did leave 2 DTs to help protect the Archon that was morphing in, and now this one Archon can protect the other Archon morphing in as well. So, JusticeSimon, he was on top of that. Ooh, almost lost an Archon.
Yeah, he has to be very careful, because one of those Archons is on very low health. I'm gonna get a couple of roaches. So that's not too bad, but now the assault on the third will begin here from Peppy. And does he have an Overseer?
Oh, it is
yes, he does. It's slowly.
Yeah, it is on the way. Meanwhile, the rest of the Lings and the Roaches are pushing on in, and the army from JusticeSimon is really just lacking at the moment. Here we go, finally an Immortal, and the 2 Archons are here to help defend.
Yeah, 2 Archons. No real focus fire actually coming in from Peppy to try and get that low Overlord, that low Archon. Even then, but the Immortal may be in danger.
Yeah, we do see another Warping of Cells to help reinforce, and it looks like as long as JusticeSimon's Warp Prism micro is on point, he should be perfectly fine.
Alright, the Roaches finally starting to go down, looks like. As they all get cleaned up, a lot of Zealots being used there as the blood splatter on the ground indicates that this rush is over.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the opportunity I feel was there for Peppy to maybe focus and kill the third Nexus, but instead he was, focusing on the army, wanted to try and get ahead there, maybe get on top of the Archons and the Immortals. But in the end, JusticeSimon, he was able to defend, and now he has secured his third.
Alrighty, well, do have maybe just running around with a couple of Lings trying to see what you can find. As charge has been done, Still no fourth base. Okay, now the fourth base, sorry, from Peppy is down. Wasn't looking at all, but Hydras is going to be the next step, as well as a robo facility. A couple links do sneak by.
Yeah, the lanes do get cleaned up, but, you know, it is great that Peppy, he is working on his fourth base. Like, he shouldn't be falling too far behind in terms of the economy. And it looks like he's trying to find damage here and there with the links. And
wasn't on hold position.
He slips in.
Well, there is a cannon.
Yeah, there is a cannon. That doesn't stop two workers from going down. Meanwhile, the main army of JusticeSimon is pushing through the center of the map. There aren't any links here, but there are roaches. Is this going to be enough, though, for Peppy to hold?
Oh, he has got two Ravagers trying and stop the force fields, but there's so much energy. The Archons as well dealing so much damage. That's the Queens down. But where are those bars going to land as more and more army comes in? Reinforcements of Zealots as the drones get pulled as well.
Yeah,
but looks like will be held off here as the surrounding leagues. Oh, that's going to be one Archon going down.
Yeah, that was so nice. The links coming from behind, able to wrap around the main army. In the end, JusticeSimon did save two Immortals, but he lost so much in that attack. He was able to force the drones to be pulled off the line, but that was well worth it. Like, Peppy, he knew that he could afford to lose a couple just to make sure he didn't die.
Yeah. Peppy just with a little bit of a counterattack, trying to see what he could get, what the defense was like, but it's the Colossus, and now, you know, once again, we see Peppy going for this transition into the Lurkers. He's getting the Hive as well, so we are going to be seeing, you know, those upgrades happening at the same time. So Warp Prism is going to start to go across the map.
Yeah, and Peppy, he's in a much better position than in the previous game. At this stage, when he was going to Hydras and Lurkers, JusticeSimon was throwing down Stargates and throwing down the Fleet Beacon and going into that Sky Toss. So he isn't anywhere near as behind tech-wise as he was in the previous game.
Yeah. For now, War Prism going to be coming into the main. See what type of damage it can get done, but there's a Spore and a Queen there. Not going to get too much done, it seems like.
Yeah, the armor was close enough.
Get a warp in. Ooh. Good pick off there. Not bad for drones to go down.
Yeah, some damage did get done, but Peppy was on top of it, was able to snipe that War Prism.
Oh, there's no detection.
Oh god, there's no Spore.
There's the Overseer.
It's on the way, but it's gonna take a while. I don't believe, Peppy, I don't believe he has Overlord speed. Or potentially, like, yeah, he was just waiting to morph in another one because there was no detection. JusticeSimon, though, he did just pull away the DTs. He's like, you know what? I killed 9 workers. I'm gonna back off.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm gonna let the Zealots do the charging for me. And now 4 Colossus, that is a hefty number. Colossus there. It's light. Do you see what I see on that production tab?
I do, and hopefully we can see it come into play here as the main armies are clashing before the Dropper Lords are coming in.
Oh, I feel like it's going to be a Lurker drop. Going back to the old school Brood War style of Lurker drops. Wait, has he got it? Yeah, he has got Pneumatized Carapace, so he has got that speed. But the question is, where do you drop it? Do you drop it onto the army? Or do you drop it onto maybe a base?
Yeah, I would hope a base. It feels kind of risky to drop it on top of the army. There isn't too much anti-air here, but there are enough Stalkers to one-shot an Overlord. So it can be really risky.
I mean, risky's already invited, so it's not really that risky, am I right? But it looks like he's gonna, Peppy is gonna free up some supply here. Just sending the Roaches on a suicide run. He's just gonna give up this base. Oh, that force field there to try and clean up all the workers.
Yeah, that was actually really nicely done. Immediately 19 drones go down, and whenever JusticeSimon wants, he can go for recall. Oh my god! The Novus landed.
Yeah, the Novus landed. The DTs are there to help defend. It's 24 drones went down. Oh, because there's a DT!
There is a DT, and what's crazy is that Roach Run By killed a single probe.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't do any damage at all.
It killed probe! That's what... Unfortunately, probe will not represent us at a DreamHack main event. And that's the Dropper Lords! I feel like this may have been a mistake. A misclick from Peppy with that many Dropper Lords.
Yeah, I'm sure he had like an idea, a plan, but things just didn't go that way. He needed his entire army to defend, and even though he has it here, like, he's struggling so much against this Protoss army.
Yeah. So much AoE, but that's going to be it. JusticeSimon qualifying for ESL ANZ champs. Whew.
Wow, GG, JusticeSimon, he's able to make it through, able to qualify in day 1 from the upper bracket.
Yeah, wow. You know, he qualifies back again, unfortunately didn't work out in Season 2, but now in Season 3, he's back and, you know, ready to tear up the competition, seems like.
Yeah, JusticeSimon, like, he was looking on fire in that series. Again, Peppy, he was struggling. To be fair, like, things didn't go off on the best foot, right? Like, with that proxy hatch, it was kind of wonky, and from then, like, JusticeSimon just had so much momentum going for him. And yeah, congratulations, JusticeSimon. He is one of the first to advance because the other qualifying match did end as well.
Oh. Let's see who won that as I refresh the bracket. It does it. Oh, so we have Blisk advancing as well, 3-0.
Yeah. Congratulations, Blisk. He was able to... Both qualifying matches were a 3-0. Pretty dominant from our two Protoss players.
I mean, something Protoss OP, something